Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it, Your girl said he broke her heart. Your boy said she didn't love him from the start. It was never meant to be. You ask me how I know, cause everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it,
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Everybody's Talking About It, your show where we talk about everything that everybody's talking about. I am your boy, Marjack, and I am back for episode 10, where we're talking about the Kardashian effect. So, let's meet the cast. Give it up for Trent. Back. You ready to talk about this?
Of course.
I'm ready to talk about it because
I got plenty of shit to say.
I'm sick of these bitches. Second on play. Give it up for Khalid.
Hello.
Give it up for Ebony. The beautiful is back. What's up, Dwayne? You ready, bro?
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready to talk about this. Not too long ago, Queen Shirley Ralph made a beautiful statement. Basically letting the world know, black girls, love yourself, appreciate yourselves for all that you are, all of your beautiful physique, all of your curvaceousness, your thickness, your lip sizes, all of that. You want to know why? Because there are white women who are paying thousands and millions of dollars to look just like you, to act like you, to be like you, to all of that like you. And it's so funny because in retrospect, black women are the ones who are parading and appraising these women. I never got that. I never understood that. They are being praised by so many black bloggers. It's like I've never seen them on so many African American blogger pages in my motherfucking life. It's just like, well, and it's not even about like regular. It's literally about like their kids playing and shit, like dressing up and shit. It's like, what the fuck is? When did they take over the culture?
But I just want to give a kudos to Shirley Ralph though. Set her on the carpet, set her in front of hundreds of cameras. And then came back and doubled down
and said, I said what I said, didn't I?
I said what I said. But it's crazy nowadays that, like, if you're not our skin tone, like, that's all it takes for you to, like, get popping. That's all it takes for you to get a record deal. That's all it takes for you to get a modeling contract. Just a non-colored woman with curves. That's all you need. Like, now you're on a shade room. Now you're on all these, like, platforms. Just because you have hips and curves, the same things that black women been talking for days.
You know what kind of scares me more so about them is that, so everybody knows that Rodney has a mixed race child. What I love about Rodney's relationship with his child's mother is that he's learning, that his daughter is learning both cultures and appreciating, not appropriating either of the cultures. So I'm appreciating that my mother's white and all that she came from and what she's about, and then my father's black, and I'm appreciating and learning about his background story as well. But anytime you see any of the Kardashians parading their children in a way, it's always them acting out them in some type of African American or black experience where they got to rap along the music,
so
or it's weave, or it's like doing like Martin Luther King Day shit. It's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Everything but wearing a dashiki.
Yeah.
Everything but wearing.
But if their children are actually mixed race, it's not appropriation. That's what they are.
Yeah, but it's not like we're watching Kanye West introduce his daughter to that. So how are we? What are you teaching your child? What is your experience with us that you're teaching your kid, Kim? Like,
Kim,
it's not.
She done had all the black men in her life.
But I'm saying, what is her experience to it? That what do you know firsthand that you're able to give your child about the African American experience?
So you don't think that her children have learned from both their parents?
No, I'm saying what we're being praised and paraded with is her side of all things. I've never seen a video. But I'm saying but that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of the issue that I'm bringing up. I've never seen Kanye West's relationship and relative to teaching his kids about the black experience. Like, you never even see him make TikToks or anything. Well, you won't see it because he actually has a problem with his kids being on TikTok. I can concur. But
But maybe Kanye was teaching Kim for all those years to
Right, it's not like she
to
doesn't
bring
have
it down a little
experience.
bit. Don't be appropriate certain things. So maybe it's like you were saying, it's being praised, but it's kind of being praised by our community as well.
Mhm.
So it's everybody.
That's what my problem.
So
I think what Maurice is more so saying, it's clear as day that Kim Kardashian clearly has an infatuation with black men and black culture. So once you see her kids doing certain things and you don't see Kanye in the picture, I think that's what he's directly referring to.
So then I gotta go with Ebony said. So okay, I guess of course we know they're going through a public separation divorce situation. Is she not supposed to bring anything that makes sure their culture? Why? Because she's the primary parent. We're looking at this. I'm guessing she's the custodial parent. Does she not add any element? And I'm not a Kim Kardashian defender by the least. But fair is fair.
But I mean, are we doing that through dress up, Kalia? Or are we going to do that
But
through
also-
the knowledge of what it is?
But like, even for as much as that family gives us, they are also very ironclad guarded about certain shit they get out about what their family do and don't do. So for us so similar to our discussion about reality and social media.
Mhm.
People put out what they want us to see. We know that the Kardashians and the Jenners are very curated. They have a team that fosters it. I do feel like that her and her sisters mostly have a very deep, weird fascination with black men and black
Even their
culture.
mother now.
Even their mama now. The only one who doesn't seem to ascribe to it is Courtney.
Mhm.
But and Kendall, because she
Well,
bounces
Ben
back and
Simmons,
forth.
and that's about it.
Yeah, that's all I've heard. No, she dated another basketball
Mhm.
player, so I think
Devin
it's
Booker.
Devin
there
Booker,
we go.
yeah.
Yep, Devin Booker. Thank you. I guess I think my thing is like it's like a damned if she do, damned if she don't, because it's just like, all right, her black husband is no longer in the home, so does she just stop teaching about a side of her children altogether because the parent who is black is not?
Even if it's not Kanye, it's
Primarily,
going to be another black man
So
in
how
their
about
life.
this?
And I'm gonna say
So
the
how
way
about
it's
this?
looking, it's
Does
gonna be
this
another
even go
black
outside
man.
the Kardashians, but specifically to them? Because I know that they don't. For instance, North and the girls dressed up as TLC for Halloween or whatever. For instance, how much do you think that North and them know about TLC?
But then we
North
can
ain't have a say so in what she wanted to be for Halloween.
I say
Exactly.
that. Well, then
That's
that can
what my
go to
issue
that
is.
goes to
Everything-
black parents that's dressing their 2 and 3 year old
What
up
is
as
it?
Aaliyah,
Huh?
and Aaliyah has been dead for 22 years.
I agree. That's why I just said
But
that. I
the
said that's
parents-
across the board. But I'm saying in particular to this particular situation, for me, that's what I'm asking. It's like this is like when you say that, you already brought it up as it being an issue. That's why you brought it relative to the black people that do it for their kids. But when we say it about the Kardashians, it's usually going to be in retrospect with, but black people do the same thing.
No,
No,
so
we're never going to defend it
'cause I
that
didn't-
way. Let's just keep it real.
No, because white
And-
people have dressed up their children. I mean, I'm just saying. My thing is, I get certain things that they do or that them as non-black women do, but let's keep it to it's shit that them and other non-black women do that copies black women. Let's not even bring it to that side, because like it's just like, what are we doing here? Like, we splitting hairs, because there's never going to be one thing that one person does that nobody on this big ball we call planet Earth does.
Mhm.
So like, if we talk about the appropriation, like I said, I'm not a defender of them and their practice, because it's been stuff that they've taken. It's been stuff that's been seen as very basic. Like, one thing that always sticks out to me is the boxer braid thing. Like, we've been wearing braids for 16,000 years out this bitch. But like, they didn't invent braids, but then also it's like a thing of, it's like a catch-22. Like, when they do it, they might just do it because like, oh wow, that black girl had it. I think it looks cute. I'm gonna wear it. Is it their fault for wearing it? Like, they thinking they're gonna take it over, or is it their fault
But I
for
can
white
see if
media
this
not
was-
giving us the
See, I can see
attention
if
and
this
giving
was a
them the
taboo
attention?
thing, Kalia, or a separated or an isolated incident. Like, you'll see. Like,
Oh no, they consistently do
Miley
it.
No. What I'm saying is, Miley Cyrus was, when she got up there and twerked on Robin Thicke, and they
Corny
said,
as
they
shit.
chewed her ass up. When fucking the girl from Little Mix, whatever her name is, she was just accused of black appropriation because she has a tanner skin and thicker lips. But when the Kardashians does do it, it's like, but they're the Kardashians. So there is no issue in it. But when
it's
it
a
comes to
balance
the
there with
media,
me.
it's weird to
The
me.
media is
because
primarily
you see it.
white.
I get it, but it's not even the white people that are listening. If you go to a white blog, if you go to like a white blogger, for instance, you'll see what they'll post about the Kardashians, which will sometimes be about the many troubles that they do have, or about their divorces or their relationship issues. But if you go to like the Shade Room, Hollywood, or like these websites, it's more of like a parading situation. Like, oh my God, the Kardashians is out here killing it again, slaying it again. Who the fuck? Oh my God, who's better than the Kardashian? And it's like we literally can watch. Are you kidding?
But
So the Shade Room don't post the Kardashians at least 5 times a day. At least one of them 5 times a day.
There's like 6 of them.
It's about 6 times. So, it's not a day that go by where you will not see a black blogger post something regarding to the Kardashians. It is not about their many issues. It's always about how they are slaying something that we did already, and it's revolutionary because they did
about
it.
Because they know they're going to get clicks and views.
Exactly.
So are you?
That's
like
that's it.
I don't think it's something.
I was waiting for you to admit it because it's a conversation that basically what we're having. I'm just waiting for him to say.
But like I said,
I'm saying that was the answer.
Yeah, like
not specifically. But it's like because once you still repeat it to yourself, you start saying, "Okay, I get it." Now we know why we're doing it because we need the attention and they have a big following. But at the end of the day, is it still justifiable that they do it?
All right, so we're going. Scoob on back. Once again, is it their fault or is it the fault of the media? Because they can literally just be.
It's the fault of the consumers.
I agree.
Exactly.
Like,
I agree. Yeah.
If I'm running a blog or something like that and it's a celebrity news and it's one person, like let's just say Tisha Campbell, but something Kim Kardashian can do.
Not Tisha.
I'm glad you're going to Tisha because
I just throw a name.
That's somebody that get posted on a shade.
No, but I'm just saying, like
her ass.
But what if they did the same thing? I'm going to post Kim, and then
in the same token, the next post will be about Kim Kardashian. Everything that she's did is revolutionary. She done broke the mold. What I love about watching old interviews, thank God rest Barbara Walters' soul. They played an interview, and she asked a fucking wonderful question. You have no talent. You don't sing, you don't dance, you don't do anything. So what is it? Like, what's the?
But then that's not fair because we live in a culture of people commodifying their lifestyle and then you have someone that's from a more quantitative generation. Like, how many of us, parents-wise, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, unless you have, like, a really great mom that's able to see past, like, most parents, you'll tell them, like, yeah, mom, I think I want to dance. I think I want to do this. I think I want to start this show. Most parents like, okay, so you sure you don't want to, like, go work at the hospital and get this city job? Because, that'll set you up. So I think it's also, you got to look at the generational shift. You also have to look at the quality of the world, like I said, and you making me defend the motherfucking Kardashians, so I'm gonna kick your ass after the show. However,
that's my part. I'm not a fan of them.
I'm not a fan, but my thing is, if we gonna split this hair, let's split this hair. Cause y'all post fucking Ari all day long, and I love her ghetto ass. Hey Ari girl, I love her ghetto ass, but she's vexed a lot of ass, and it moves like a water bed. Back to the point.
Like a water.
But that's
back to the
but
point.
This is about the
Y'all
Kardashians.
post Jada
because
all day
do
long.
one where they are glorifying baby moms all of a sudden. I really want to get into that, but that's a different one. That's a total different situation.
Not to spin it, but can I get into a different Kardashian effect?
Go ahead.
Like you just mentioned, all on Instagram, whether it's the Explore page or whatever. How many women do we see with no talent? No real ambition, no nothing, no drive, nothing. But they got a lip filler, they got ass shots. And now all of a sudden they're promoted to something where it's like,
oh, beauty.
What is it? What is it that you do?
Pretty privilege always won.
But here's the thing. I don't have a problem with the hustle. That's not the thing that nobody at this table is getting. I never said that they didn't have a hustle. But with black women, you're able to identify your hustle. Where we've never been, with the Kardashians, they've never been real about this hustle. It's always been, okay, we built this business. But where different. The issue is, let's just call it what it is. Chris came up with a wonderful idea to rob a black female singer, make a sex tape with said singer's brother, and then let's build off of that. That has never been fully admitted, and that was the ultimate underlying situation. Is that from From the rip, we stole from you.
But I think,
and the rip, we've been doing this from the beginning.
I think
we're not gonna make it seem like this. We're gonna work harder.
I think that's where the Kardashian effect is terrible, because that's why you see all these big butt models that have no rapping skills, but now they're rappers because they got the lip injections, they got the ass shots.
And then even if they
Now
don't, they make them feel like they have to.
Now you gotta do something. You gotta sell waist trainers. You gotta start rapping. You gotta be a chef. Like you gotta.
The
do
one thing
something.
one thing I'll give Chris is like, yeah, they did that. They did what they did. But one thing is, they don't stop moving. They know how to commodify the fact that people will not stop looking at them.
Right.
They got a new makeup line. They got some clothes. They got some type. They know where to make. Like I said, they're also in the same vein of that Canadian man, where they know they even had a team to air to the street, or they keep they keep themselves in the know.
They just got enough money, Kalia, to put their name on the package.
They do.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I doubt if they're in the production places picking out the swatches.
I doubt it.
I doubt that very seriously.
I don't think many celebrities
I
do.
know many celebrities don't.
I'm gonna say unless that's what their thing is, like unless they
But
are
most
the
people
true
that
new
do
designers
have
or
the-
makeup places.
Right.
But
Most celebrities that do have like lines like that have another source of income prior to that. Like Rihanna has been Rihanna for years prior to Fenty and Savage and all of these other businesses. So we knew Rihanna. But we're not going to... So even if she did just slap her name on Fenty, we already know that you're about to go ahead and for 15 to 20 minutes, give us a full show.
Okay,
in a couple of weeks. And you just was nominated for a Golden Globe and all of that for Best Original Song. So we have something that we can connect you to outside of you slapping your name on a product because you had the money to do so.
Or on
Is what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
That's where, and then you confuse, and then you'll go back and tell black women, bitch, work harder. Where black women, we're really working fucking their asses off without getting any of the, like Trent said, they don't get any of the just due that they did after they put in the same amount of work that most people do.
Okay, so these ain't some random bitches from Idaho.
True.
The bitches had money already. The bitches had money. They was living out in Calabasas and Beverly Hills. Their dad was the dad was one of the OJ fucking lawyers. So we're not gonna sit here and kick it like
they was.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
But also, when that was going on, they were very young, Kalia. So
all right. So then that comes to the subject, which another subject that's come up. I'm gonna go ahead and say they a bunch of nepotism babies. Like that's been a conversation that's been happening lately about celebrities' kids or famous people kids or rich people kids are getting, opportunities and things like that. They're a bunch of fucking nepo babies. And I'm not saying it's right. I feel like we should exercise more the black community because this whole I did it by myself. I ain't gotta ask nobody for shit. The shit is dead. That's why both of y'all still where the fuck y'all at. Well, that's another episode for another time. Tune in. But let's just call it what it is. Like, my thing is like they did that shit with the sex tape. They did all that, but like I said, they never stopped fucking moving. Even if it was slap this money or put this money out, because they could have been on some shit. Well, we got the money. Why the fuck should we do this? They know what to do, or they put their ear to the streets to what to do. I'm not saying, like I said, and I hate that I'm sitting here advocating so hard for it. But my thing is like this. We're not gonna sit here and do that, and there's other people that do that shit too. Because that's the case. We're gonna call a lot of motherfuckers to take. It's a lot of fucking. We can name that. I swear to God, the New Yorker magazine just wrote an article about it. It seemed like for the last couple years, prime example. I think he's a cool actor. John David Washington, Denzel Washington's son.
I love that nigga.
He's a great actor. But how much harder would he have had to fight if he wasn't Denzel's son? Mind you, get the fuck out of here.
He was a college football player. And then he was doing.
He was a college football player, and would he have gotten there if he wasn't Denzel's son, or even if his father didn't?
Even if we take it to the college football, thing, Deion Sanders' son, Shador, right?
Amazing.
I think his name is Shador.
Shador and Shiloh.
Yeah, Shador is that nigga. The level of which he has moved to schools in the last 3 seasons. No, who else fucking kid is being able to do that? It's because it's Deion Sanders' son.
He's a top prospect.
He is, but also it's red shirt season, Trent. Don't
But
be that
here's the
sit for
funny
red
thing
shirts.
about. Here's the thing.
I ain't
about,
seen a nigga sit for a red shirt in the 3 seasons.
Here's the thing about
that he's
nepotism,
been playing.
though. Here's the thing where I
It's nothing
I had
wrong
that
with it.
conversation too because I kept saying that a lot of your big celebrities that have been.
But ain't that what we working
over the
towards?
years-
Ain't that everybody was
But
rapping about these
it has
struggle
been a
raps?
bit
I just want
like
to give my
Aretha
kids one of the
Franklin.
sugar sandwich my mama gave me, and your mom was a
Right.
fucking teacher.
Right.
Like y'all some fucking liars.
But what
Like
we're saying
fuck that,
is,
man.
but where the difference is though, is that like Aretha Franklin is one of those people that was a nepotism baby too.
Okay.
Her father was that, but you have to remember everybody that we just named, all the people that you just named, their kid have to have a particular talent though. Like nobody in here. I can't name a black child that really is not famous and big because they didn't have to prove it though. Where it was just like we still have to prove it. Like we still have
Diddy
to
middle
have
son.
a
He ain't
talent.
doing shit.
Who?
Diddy middle son.
But I'm not saying it. But he's
And
not
we
doing
see his light
anything.
skinned ass.
But he's not doing.
At
You
least,
know what I'm saying?
At least little Diddy Jr. is
But we
popping
don't
back
see
on
him.
that fucking
He's
stage.
fine.
with
he's
the-
not getting any.
He's
no,
doing
no,
stuff. At least
he's not
Quincy's on the
getting
TV.
anything.
Even the goddamn twins and the
But
extra
he's not
twins
getting
walk her
anything.
fucking ass up there.
He's not getting anything that wouldn't be outside of his father's money. I'm talking about as far as like you out here winning or you out here getting shit. It's like when you
How
not
do
out
you
here
know
working,
that,
you're
though?
working. You're working. Like
But
everybody working. They working.
Just-
But
Like,
even
people
to an
working.
extent,
Motherfucker not
like
getting to
they
it.
still got to do the promo runs. They still, and I guess maybe because I have an insider look on this with because I work in that field. You still got to do these, like you still got to do these promo runs. You still got to do these travels. Like you still have to do things to put your feet to the ground. So that's why even like when I remember the whole big hubbub was Kylie when they said she was the first self-made female billionaire or some shit. But my thing is, all right, the investment. The investment wasn't $1 billion fucking dollars.
No.
It was like the gross net. Was
Or
like-
whatever it was. So it's just like
The net wasn't.
my
nowhere
thing
near.
is like this.
No.
Anybody like for real, because your dad sold drugs right and he gave you $100,000 and you grew into a fucking million. Ain't nobody gonna tell you, well, your dad gave you $100,000, so how you the first black millionaire from South Philly? No, like, and that's the thing. It's just like if we gonna do this shit, let's bring everybody in this shit. Like, but my thing is, there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody talking about we working for this next generation to be better. We working for this. We working for that. But then when people actually do it for their kids or their nephews or their sisters or their brothers, then it's a fucking problem.
But that's not
and like
true.
my thing is,
I think it is.
I
That's
think
not
it
true
is.
because
People
here's
hold
the
that.
thing.
People hold that.
Latoya Jackson's Michael Jackson's sister. She ain't sell a record. Not because and
She
that
can't fucking sing.
and she doesn't have to. And she not. And guess what? And she wouldn't.
But
even have-
she's not
And
broke.
guess what?
And
That's
she's
why
not
she-
broke.
And nobody.
Stay tuned. Part 2 is on the way.